Hi, my name is Tamia Smith and I am Deputy Principal at Mahora School in Hastings, which is an amazing school with 420 children, and we are a Decile 3. We started our health promoting school journey 3 years ago now. So our challenge at Mahora School was our data. That was one of the 3 areas that we decided to focus on with Sandy supporting us. And our after year 1 data in particular was low. So we in 2013 had an achievement rate of 39% of children meeting the reading standard after 1 year. So we looked at ways of on seeing how we could support the lift of achievement with Sandy and our management team and our Hauora team as a whole. And we decided to run the Reading Together program. It was almost a multi-pronged approach, running the Reading Together program and liaising with the parents more. We did try to sign up to the Mutu Karoa program, which I'd heard about at a HPS workshop, but that was no longer available. So we wondered how we could use some of those same strategies that Mutu Karoa promotes at our school. So it's all about those relationships with our parents. So we use the Reading Together program as basically the vehicle to promote and liaise with our parents as positively as we could in regards to the reading results of our 5-year-olds coming into school. There's always a fine line between 5-year-olds transitioning into school. It's such a huge social change for them anyway, that you don't want to sort of put so much pressure on them in their first year until they're absolutely settled into school. So it was balancing the need for to ensure that they made the transition successfully and positively, enjoyed school, found new friendship circles, started to know the routines and the different structures that schools have in regard which are different to the ECEs. So then we started liaising with our parents and meeting with them in small groups, and we did a lot of, Penny and I, who is the junior syndicate leader, did a lot of modelling for parents on what reading looks like in the home, because often parents don't know what it should look like and are always doing their very best with the tools that they have available to themselves. So we did a lot of modelling in regards to what a magenta reader looks like, how you would introduce the book, and all of the positive affirmations that go with home reading, that we don't want it to become a struggle. We don't want it to become a negative experience for our children at home. We want it to be an amazing sharing time. You know, in these days, the one-to-one time that parents can afford children is time poor. Most parents are. I'm a parent myself and I know that I'm very time poor. So it became an amazing sharing time, and we had 4 sessions over 6 months, and we did that twice over the year. So we managed to get the first load of parents in the first 6 months, and then we picked up the second lot in the next 6 months. The feedback that we got from those workshops was absolutely amazing, and some parents actually chose to repeat the workshops again because the messages were so positive. They got a better understanding of what how they could support their children. I've never met a parent that does not want to support their child to their very best ability. So apart from that, and offering open afternoons and meetings with parents on top of the Reading Together program, has strengthened relationships, has encouraged and created a confidence in the parents to come forward and ask questions, because that's, you know, a huge bridge to build, is that the parents feel comfortable coming to the class teacher to say, I'm not quite sure about this, how could I help at home? And the teachers are only ever too willing to help. So that was our first dilemma, is how we could basically lift the reading rate, and that was the approach that we took. So the outcomes from our intervention with running the Reading Together program twice through the year is that we have taken our after 1 year reading data from 39%, and it is currently tracking this year at 76%. Our Māori data within that is tracking at 73%, which is almost on par with all ethnicities, which is what we were after. We have had positive engagement of parents and kids who are feeling really supported and nurtured in their reading journey in their first year. The overall picture of our after 1 year data will naturally lift our whole school data, because it was the 1 year group that was not receiving as good results as the other year groups. So we'll be very impressed with the data this year. Trajectories show in our school that by the end of the year we would probably be maintaining our current rate of 76, maybe dropping to 75, but coming from 39%, that is certainly a significant positive impact of the health promoting schools support. Sandy within that has been really supportive. So in the cognition workshops that we go to with Sandy, Lorraine Tuffer facilitates those workshops, and she is absolutely amazing. The provocative statements that really get you thinking and quite emotionally driven create change, because they create reflection. They certainly make me reflect, and with Sandy we sort of plan from those workshops what our next steps will be. Sandy's whole drive and support has been so positive and much needed at times where I can leave things to float when times get busy. She's often there with support, advice, a next step, a quick check-in just to say how's everything going. She's an important part of our Hauora team, which meet fortnightly, which is myself as DP and Senko, Rowan as principal, Sandy as HPS and public health nurse, our Swissy Andrea Rust, and Noel Bryant, who is our RTLB liaison officer. In the Hauora meetings, we all have a really important part to play to discuss how we can best support our parents, but also to look at the systems that are within our school that we can strengthen to support them. So not just talking about how we can change the other things outside, but how we can change the things that are in our own school. So being on the health promoting schools journey, although health promoting just seems part of healthy body, healthy mind type thing, it is certainly got to do with engagement, happy children, overall Hauora and well-being, which is what children need to learn these days.